Yeah, you back with another episode of Take Me Out This Chat. It's Bucky, Chef Marv, and homie Jeez.
Yes, sir.
What's up, fellas?
What it do?
What's going on?
I ain't gonna front, man. Last week's topic had the streets on fire.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I told you what they say, what the consensus said.
I'm very disappointed.
What did the consensus say?
I ain't gonna say the consensus.
They said Drake was the Mecca.
But a lot of people agreed that Drake was, and it's like...
That's just our generation.
Can I just put a little something in there real quick before we get started on what we really came to talk about? A lot of people kept trying to say Drake's sales and all that. The question was about hip hop, Drake's 20 tracks versus Hov's 20 tracks. I just don't see it. Drake's not a better rapper than Hov.
Nah, yeah, that you're right. That topic about album sales and all that shit, money, all that came up. No, we're talking about a versus.
Yeah.
Versus your track versus my track. Line them up.
But Chef's the leader of that, the manipulation of the conversation. You see, it didn't start like that, but Chef, fed the people. The
people what? What did I do?
He fed them.
People start talking about, album sales. He's the Mecca because he got album sales. Nah, that doesn't mean nothing. Can the man rap?
Nigga, he's the Mecca.
Nah. He can rap, just not better than Hov. All right.
So what we talking about tonight?
All right. So let's get on topic for the night, man. Topic for the night is What's some key factors in a healthy relationship?
Oh man, I gotta take a drink for this one.
I'm gonna drink too with you, brother. Cheers, my man.
Cheers. People want to know. It's an important thing right now.
You gotta have a healthy relationship to know what the keys are.
2020 is an important.
Hey man. Hey man. I mean, blind can't lead the blind.
Hey, preach. Yeah, but I'm just saying it's an important time. 2020's been hard on not just individuals, but relationships. COVID seems like it's been
rampant.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper.
I've seen a lot of relationships fold.
Why you think that is?
A few I didn't think that was going to fold. I don't wish that on anybody, but it's life.
Yeah,
it's life.
Absolutely, it's a part of life. I think a lot of times what I'm noticing is COVID. It exposed a lot of hidden things that people hide behind leaving the house.
But why? Is it just the space?
That comes back to
was it the space?
You're right. That space factor probably is important. Yeah.
Because listen, I ain't gonna lie. I always from the door in my relationship, and I highly suggest every person does this, man or woman.
What's that?
Space.
Give each other space.
Space is important.
Yeah,
it's better for your partner to miss you
than to be up under their ass all day.
Tend to be a fucking annoyed by you
all day.
But you talk about, the question was, what are some healthy key factors? Space is one for sure, but you also got to complement space with what? Time. Quality time.
No, communication.
Communication is
he's saying,
major.
How do you counter space?
Communication.
Communication is a key factor.
So we have space, quality time, and communication so far.
What do you think are some other key factors?
Man, I feel like that's...
Well, let's talk about those first.
Communication or space?
Out of those three, so we got space, quality time, and communication. What do you think is the most important?
Communication for sure, by far.
Communication. And I'm not the best at communicating.
I think a lot of people struggle with communication, man.
Communication, bro.
I
don't think men, period, are just good communicators.
Yeah, listen, I get annoyed when somebody asks me questions about something I'm doing.
Sure. Meaning what? What do you mean?
Elaborate.
What do you mean? Like just general questioning, or?
Yeah. All right. I gotta go to the studio tonight. I got work.
Yeah. Right.
Why?
Sure. This man is shot.
That's a dumbass question.
Yeah. Why is a dumbass question?
That's a dumb.
What are you doing? I told you I gotta go to the studio. Elaborate.
Yeah. So elaborate. So they basically went out an agenda.
Hold on.
Yeah, y'all niggas is shot.
He said why. Why? He said. What are you doing?
Chill, your lady gonna be mad as shit.
What you probably don't even watch.
You ain't talking about nobody else. Yes, they do.
All right, we're back.
The fuck they do. Why, chef?
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Why?
Like, I just feel like if I tell you I'm doing something, that's what I'm doing. Like,
yeah, you don't feel like
you know what I mean?
Answer.
I don't feel like I need to go into further detail, like tick for tack. But you know, a lot
that's
of women.
Communication, though. Like you
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
that's I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that's a strong part of where a lot of us as men just drop the ball. But it comes to a realization. Sometimes you gotta realize you ain't really trying to like running down your agenda. Like you owe it to them. It's just kind of give you a whereabouts where I'm at.
And then with
communications, just safety purposes too. You know, they all think about weird shit. You know,
and then with communicating, I see a lot of men, a couple dudes I know, like they want to do stuff, but they don't want to communicate that to their lady.
So,
I'm concerned. I mean, I ain't concerned. I'm interested in finding out what this stuff you talking about is.
It's nothing bad, but
I'm just saying, like, what is niggas afraid? Like, it gotta be something
like,
crazy.
yeah.
Like, what is niggas afraid to ask their lady, or they want to, you know, bring somebody else into the bedroom? Do
No, I ain't talking about nothing crazy like that.
Do they want to take a, you know?
I'm just talking about like
what's the communication? Because I'm like anything like that's not.
So anyway, I can give examples, but the main thing is, so I feel like, all right, so you go so many years not doing what you really want to do,
right?
For what? Because you just don't want it. You know, some people
Offend
don't.
someone,
Some people don't want conflict.
Yeah.
They don't like a conflict, so they just, all right, I'll follow the, you know, the program. You know what I mean? And then you start to build resentment.
Towards your
I seen
partner,
it.
Right.
I've seen people build resentment.
And then what did COVID do? That shit inflated all of that, made sure all that shit works.
Like for instance, like I'm not saying everybody, but I know a couple dudes that, like, you know, every year we try to put together some gentlemen's trips and different things. Right. And you know what I mean? Some of these dudes, not all of them, but some of these dudes be hype. Yeah, I'm gone.
And then don't go.
When it get closer to going, they hit you with, yeah, the financials was. Some dudes, it really do be financials. Some of it be optics. You know what I mean? It be gas.
I feel like a financial part's a little bit of an excuse because most of these trips be planned like a good year in advance. You got time to put
finances ain't never
away
really the issue. Like, we grown men, like, come on. Like, if you want to,
like, cousin, you sleepy?
I mean, and then some dudes really just don't want to go. Like, you know what
some
I mean?
people
But some of them really want to go, but they feel like they can't do stuff without their lady.
Right. That's communication, man.
I mean, but is that even a healthy relationship?
And so there we go back to healthy relationship. My theory is every healthy relationship, you should be able to take at least one trip a year with just your lady, one trip a year with maybe your lady, your kids, your family, and you should, whether it's a gentleman's or just a personal a solo trip. You ain't gotta go with the homies, but you might take a weekend just to drive up New York or fly out somewhere and relax.
Right.
Get some peace of mind.
I hear what you're saying. That's important, but there's more than just that to a healthy relationship.
No,
but
he's
saying
that's important. Yeah. Nah, that's space.
The opportunity to have space.
I mean, you should be able to. You really should be able to like do the things that interest you. Like, no matter if you're in a relationship or not. Like, y'all both should be working on yourselves at the same time being in a relationship. Like, that's important too. Like, you gotta always be trying to improve yourself.
So what we got so far? Space, communication. And then what was the third one that we didn't elaborate on? Quality time. Any of you guys want to elaborate on that?
Quality time is the second.
It's more important?
It has to be. It has to be. The only time that you're going to be willing to give that space or the opportunity that you feel as though you deserve that space is by feeding your partner the quality time in which they deserve.
Well, what do you consider quality time though? Is that like y'all just in the crib chilling? Is that going on dates?
I feel like each relationship has their own cues on what they consider their quality time.
Right.
Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like one person's quality time or relationship's quality time might be they like kicking it in the crib, cuddled up, watching movies, whatever the hell it is.
Some folks like to go out. Yeah, they want to go out, go on dates, get dressy.
Yeah, they want to feel pretty. Shit
that's
like that.
where I feel a lot of relationships go wrong because sometimes the dude do stuff and he feel like that's quality time, and shorty like. That ain't quality time.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, niggas look at it like if we're just me and you together and I ain't out with the homies, that's quality time. But for them, they want you all to dress them up, get dressed up, take me out somewhere.
And wifey will say some shit like, well, you did this with the homies. Why can't we do this?
They always know when you was out. Hell
but then be hypocritical because half the time some of these women don't even want to go out and do that type of shit.
Or get out
and just say it because they didn't want you to do something with somebody else.
Yeah.
They want to do everything with you that you do with the homies or you do with the family.
Right.
And it be hypocritical because like you know damn well you just wanted
don't even enjoy half
you
the
wanted
shit I
to sit
enjoy.
on the couch tonight, watch some shows.
You just
relax.
rather me be in the house with you. That's it. As soon as you go out with the home, nigga might come down here and hang out.
Yeah,
So,
then you take them out and then they
what's that?
They want to be about 10 anyway.
They ready to go home.
ain't about that life.
Yo.
10 o'clock, they're ready to go home.
Hypocritical.
Sleepy. Yeah. Let's get you
home
home a little early so I can still get some before you get too
before you get
tired.
too tired.
But it don't be like that all the time.
No,
Not in
no,
everybody's
no.
relationship. I went out with my woman a few times and we got cooked. Like we was with the homies.
You gotta have the type. Your lady gotta be ready to get cooked like that.
Drinking doubles.
You can't date no square.
You kind of know. You got to kind of know your lady's vibe. Like me and my lady wouldn't go get cooked. Like we'll do some other shit. Like you know what I'm saying?
What y'all do? Arts and crafts.
No, we don't.
What's
do no
the
fucking
craft?
arts and crafts.
This nigga's dumb.
Oh, every little trinket.
Yeah, y'all make
No,
trinkets.
my wife does. She's into that. Like I ain't gonna lie. Like that's her twist. And me being me, I gotta 100% support that. So it became
that's different though. That's a business.
No,
That's
no,
family.
I'm
that's
just-
legacy right
No,
there.
but
I'm just messing with Buck, but
that kind of like that's kind of her thing too. Don't get it fucked up. Like she enjoys going to like home goods and like home improvement shops and shit like that. So if that was her quality time wants to be, guess where I'm gonna take her ass.
Right, but
You know what
all
I'm
right.
saying?
Think
Look,
about. But let's
but
go.
is that quality time for you?
But let's go back
I
to
mean,
the topic
for,
though.
For me, my quality time gonna come after that.
But let's go back to the topic.
You know what I mean? Like
Let's go back to the topic of all of that incorporated with COVID
Yeah.
and the lack of space. You ain't doing nothing but quality time, but it ain't really quality. It's just time. Y'all just together, kids and all.
Is it more of you getting to know your partner? And
You're just
it seems
getting
like-
to know the other side of your partner, the side you might not have known before. Like that's all it is.
That's where I'm at. Like,
I ain't
do you
gonna-
feel like are you getting to learn a side of your partner? Because a lot of people be in relationships and it's like a lot of their time, 8-10 hours out of the day, they're not even in the crib.
No.
You know what I mean? So they only see their mate for maybe 3 to 4 hours a day. So turn that and double that, and now you get to see your mate double the time of what you normally do, if not triple the time you normally see your. Is that something that you're learning or picking up that you didn't feel, but now you didn't see it, so now you do see it type of shit?
So like I was lucky. I was fortunate because, COVID didn't really affect my schedule like everybody.
Right.
Yeah, you were still in the shop.
I was working from day one of COVID, working regular schedule.
Right.
1 and 2, even during COVID, I'm gonna be honest with you, I still was out. I went on a few trips. I went to California.
Yeah, the studio was still open. I ain't gonna lie. At first, I
went a
wasn't
couple-
fucking with y'all down here. I was in the crib with it.
Yeah, I was going home more, but I was still getting I have to have space. Like, I won't last with anybody if, like, literally I in the crib all day with you. Like,
Right.
you're going to get on my fucking nerves.
Do you think it's space or you
And
just
I'm
need
going to
something
get on
do?
your nerves.
Facts.
And we're going to begin to hate each other.
Facts.
Is it space or do you just feel like you just need something to do? Because you be more busy than like I just need to.
Nah, like he said, it's space. You got to be able to
Space.
miss your partner. You
It's
got to be like,
space.
you
I
know what?
gotta
I'm
be
ready to
able
go
to
home and
miss
see
you.
my
Yeah.
family, see my baby, see my lady,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
Like,
I get that.
it's just something about that. It ain't, and it's like, I don't know why it's like that. Like, I'll give you an example. This is in a relationship, but like when I was in college, right? One of my homies, like I said, this ain't a relationship because this is a homie, one of my roommates. and I really fuck with Bull. But to be honest with you, like at one point it got to the point like I would just see this motherfucker so much.
Yeah.
That like I started not to like him, but it wasn't like I didn't like him because like he was doing anything ignorant or wrong.
He ain't do shit to you.
It was
He just,
like,
he just ignored the shit out
was
you.
just getting on my nerves. Like I come home, I come home from class,
microwave on high.
I come home from
Why you
class
in here,
and this motherfucker in my room.
Every time I'm in the room, you in the motherfucking room.
Watching Showtime on my couch. I'm like, like. I go downstairs. This
that means you ain't really fuck with Bull like that.
No, I did
that's not true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not true.
That's your homie.
Bro,
that shit
no,
don't bother you, bro.
That's not true, bro.
I'm keeping that shit in.
Let one of the homies move in your crib.
Oh, if we're talking about, we ain't talking about moving in the crib. We talking about being college roommates.
Nigga, have you ever been in a dorm with somebody for like
nigga, yeah,
an extended amount of time?
Yeah, and I ain't give a fuck about what they was doing, nigga, because I was doing what I wanted to do. Yeah, you ain't worried. That kind of shit. I'm just talking from my perspective. That kind of shit don't bother me. If a nigga's on the couch watching a movie, then you watching a fucking movie.
But I'm saying
like,
if you don't move the same in like just the day.
I'm moving. I'm moving my own. I'm beating my own beat of my own drum.
Space makes you appreciate your relationships with people.
Right.
Even you know females or even
your homies.
Your homies. Like there's sometimes I just need space from some of my homies where I might not talk to them for a minute.
But you got homies you also might fuck with every day and everything.
Yeah, and then at some point there's gonna be a recyclement point where we need some space.
Right.
It just happens. Like ain't really too many homies in your life that you talk to every day since high school.
Facts.
But you went through streaks where you fucked with niggas every day. Yeah, I'm fucking with these niggas. But at some point it's like
we ain't kids no more, bro. So like you said,
I'm just
saying,
I'm just saying it ain't just about life. It's just in general.
Back to the topic of the COVID shit though. We got, you know what I mean, like in the relationships, like
go ahead.
What else you think affected relationships during COVID? Regardless of communication, space, and time, and all that. What else you think affected it?
I think one thing that probably affected a lot of relationships is that mates were going out but wasn't going out with they mate. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you going out but you ain't taking me out type shit.
When? During COVID?
Yeah, like when?
Like, motherfuckers might step out. Like,
when?
Nigga, during COVID. I'm just giving the option. Like, motherfuckers might step out on just going out, but you're not going out with your mate. You're going out by yourself. And you're moving and shaking, but you're not taking me.
So let me ask you
don't mind putting yourself at risk and bringing that shit to the crib, but you don't want to take me outside. Basically, is what I'm saying. You feel what I'm saying?
I didn't really get that gist, but
no, I'm not saying.
No, I know what you're saying.
I'm talking about.
But that could be. That's a possibility for sure.
But do you think some relationships got stronger during COVID?
I think mine did.
Some.
The majority got worse or stronger?
I think it's 50-50.
Yeah, because I think a lot of motherfuckers definitely got a lot of strings tested that they haven't been tested.
Nah, because I feel like a good amount of people, it gave them a chance to be able to focus at the crib, get some things done around the crib.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Communicate with with the family, be around the kids more. You know, I heard a lot of famous people like on TV and stuff that they're like, man, this was the best time because it gave me a break from my career. I got to really lock in with my kids,
with your kids,
my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like
on that topic, when COVID first started, the whole situation with the kids and work at home, bruh, it was a battleground. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In the beginning, I think it took some time to adjust for sure.
And I think that was I think that was also a big influence on relationships was the kids being home.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think that dampened relationships.
Yeah, like the kids being home. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't like you just home with just your lady.
Yeah.
Home with the little ones.
You home with the kids. The kids is driving y'all nuts. The kids is schooling from home.
I think it was a struggle.
I think it was observant of the schooling from home. Like, you can't just let them do schooling and be like, well, whatever. No, you actually got to make sure they're logged in and shit like that while doing your.
I think it was a struggle for some folks to just find balance, like the balance of. Because a lot of people, if you was at home, you was probably working from home. Yeah. So that means you had to do your job, and you had to watch after your kids, and you had to, you know what I'm saying, make sure your mate was cool. So it's just the balance I think people struggle with, man. I ain't gonna lie, like one underrated thing that I realize is them little commutes to work to and from. Like that's just like a release period.
What?
Like,
That's
whether
meditation.
Whether you
That's
vibing
the
out to
time
the
that-
radio,
yeah.
whether you on the phone with your homegirl or your homeboy, whether you know niggas like us, we listen to the sports radio. Whether
fact,
you doing that
shit
that
is
little time
meditation.
period, bro, that shit is important. But when you lose that, you like, damn, I ain't gonna lie, like you fuck around, go sit out in the wheels just to listen, just to get a little break,
But
take a
that
little
be
walk.
sometimes that be
that balance,
the struggle
man.
when you got full families with kids. Like,
And you know-
you're thinking about hold on, give me a second. You're thinking about that time of that drive to commute. So you're like, damn, I just need that half hour time. I just need that time to myself.
To yourself,
Where your
you
lady
might
thinking
be
the
straight.
same shit.
It might be straight
But you
quiet
got
time.
three or four kids in the crib, and they're like, motherfucker, you want time, I want time. So
You gotta
that's
worry
where a lot
about
of
breakfast, lunch,
Yeah,
dinner.
so-
You know, before you was just feeding your kids a little snack in the morning and sending their asses to school.
But that's where the headaches
Yeah.
come in, because you're looking for your time, she's looking for her time. Y'all got 4 people in the crib. You get off work at 4, so dinner got to be made. Like, no one's getting that half hour of just decompressed time.
Nah.
So
You feel what I'm
that
saying?
all that stems back to when you say balance. That's space.
Yeah, you need that
Facts.
for sure.
Facts.
It's space.
For sure.
Facts. But
It's
you know,
space.
man, to those that, you know, shit didn't work, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
life goes
I mean,
on.
give
man.
us some feedback too. You know what I mean in the comments.
Hey, for
you
sure.
know,
Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think hindered a lot of relationships during this COVID season, and let us know what you think might have helped.
yeah, because I think we all know some relationships that crumble.
Hell yeah.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Man, that shit ain't funny, man.
Yeah, chill, yeah.
I mean, it's not, but it's
perspective,
it's life.
It's
It is what
perspective,
it is,
man. It's
yeah.
perspective, man.
Man, yeah. Anything? What else we got to
I
talk
liked our
about?
convo that we was talking about before.
What?
Before we even got on the air.
What's that?
When niggas was talking about the grinding.
Oh, grinding and working
Oh, yeah.
hard. I
The
mean,
grinding. Like, what is niggas out here doing every day? Because some folks got up during COVID.
facts.
Yeah.
Some people came up or at least learned some more avenues on how to come up.
Do you think people took this time to really educate themselves? Like the average Joe. Like I don't
The average
hear
Joe?
about-
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
Hell no.
But if you a motivated
no.
motherfucker and a hustler and you got the mindset that, yo, I'm trying to make it out here, yes, because new avenues have been created, man.
Yes.
And like some of them already been there and niggas just started like paying more attention and tapping in. But for the most part, new avenues been created, man.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm hoping we get shut down another period.
Why?
How's that?
0 dark 30 mode.
Zoned in.
Zone locked in.
Locked
Yeah,
in
I
to
don't.
work.
I don't need the distractions right now. Like I'm.
You're right, because when shit is open, there are a lot of distractions.
Yeah, I
niggas
don't
want
need
to go
the
out. Niggas want to
distractions
party.
right now. Like I'm so
Right
focused.
now, it
like,
ain't none of
I
that.
mean, and I feel like I got the discipline to, right now where I'm locked into to kind of over. You know what I mean? To battle over those things, but like. Right now, like I wouldn't mind another shutdown. Wouldn't mind some more government assistant paper. You know what I mean?
Do you think people utilize that?
huh?
Do you
Hell
think people
no.
utilize that? And then-
Hell no. People are broke as shit right now. And how many motherfuckers?
But I mean, like before we say motherfuckers is broke, let's be real. The little couple dollars they gave motherfuckers, if that's all they was getting, they should be broke. But if motherfuckers was out here living lavish off the little earnings they got, that's different.
My thing is, what is you out here living lavish? Where are you going? Like with this
All right,
lavish, with
listen.
all this lavish lifestyle, where the fuck have you been going over the last 6 months?
So this is what I'm telling you is, you can't give somebody who don't have shit
Yeah.
and give
Free money.
millions of people 10,000, 15,000,
Niggas was cutting checks on that unemployment.
600 every week on top of your regular unemployment. You know what I mean? What was motherfuckers doing? Motherfuckers was copping shit. Like Walmart was empty all summer.
Facts. Nah, you right though.
Bro, you couldn't get a TV over 65.
Niggas couldn't wait for KOP to open up. Walmart
You know
got
what I
all
mean?
that money.
Sneakers selling, everything was selling out, right? Now, you know, I work in the pawn shop, so
Oh, they selling all that, huh?
it's all coming in, and it's good shit too. Motherfuckers was copping good shit.
I'm looking for another
Yeah.
TV,
and
man.
That, and that PUA money is up.
I'm
You
looking
know what I
for a
mean?
TV
And the
too.
smart ones, like you said, took that PUA, stacked up, and invested. Like
a lot
you
of
said,
people
got
started
knowledge.
businesses, man.
Yeah.
Like, there was a lot of businesses started. A lot of people
But
started to realize like that
hurt-
second
COVID
income.
put a lot of businesses down too.
Yeah, if you had like a,
That's
if you had like
the
a
only
brick,
reason, like, I'm not really with the
only if you
shutdown
had like a
anymore.
brick and mortar type shit. But if you was really out here just selling shit on Instagram, hustling,
Facts.
you was able to kind of start some shit. I know a couple of folks, like y'all, you and your wife started y'all business, but I know
Absolutely.
a couple of people that started some other businesses during this
Yeah.
COVID
No,
process,
for sure.
and that's I salute y'all
some
for all of
companies,
that.
some of the small businesses are still blossoming. So it's not like COVID's really crushing shit. I think it's just for
At
people
first-
that, it's putting
'cause
emphasis on the people
it
that
depends
that are
on the
trying to
industry.
grind.
At first,
depends on the
COVID did
industry.
crush shit until people started realizing, like, is this shit real? Is this shit not real? Is it symptom? And then people started like, fuck it. As long as I go out with a mask on, I'll be all right. But some businesses didn't make it during that little period of people trying to figure out what COVID was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
but
ain't
now
over
it's like,
yet.
even if it comes back, people are going outside. Nigga,
People
Philly,
are taking their chances, bro.
Philly is a hot zone right now. You can go down Philly right now. People are outside. No one cares about catching COVID no more.
It's
Like, as
funny
long
that
as
he
they
said
got
like
their
that, but no,
mask.
real shit.
New York was a hot zone. I would ride through New York. I traveled to New York a few times this summer to see my folks. I've seen people riding around downtown, Center City, Manhattan,
Nah, I
no
heard-
masks.
But I heard New York got devastated.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about in the beginning, I think everything was devastated. But now it's like people don't give a fuck no
They
more.
think the
They-
mask is the cure. Like if
Nah,
I got a mask,
hand
I got pretty much
sanitizer
wear it
and
all
a
too.
mask
Like,
and you're
yeah,
Gucci.
Man,
Nah, I ain't wearing no mask. It doesn't matter. I mean, I don't want to go into that because I don't want to. Yeah, I mean,
offend nobody. Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah. They were like,
Because you know what I mean. I'm like, unfortunately, some people did lose family members and
No,
to the
absolute-
COVID. So I don't
absolutely.
want to be insensitive to nobody. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
But
glad you said that, man.
why?
Just saying, like, in general,
it's-
that's good for the folks, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but you know, COVID it's been a crazy ass year. I mean,
2020's definitely been a movie,
I don't think
good or bad.
I don't think we've ever seen anything like this.
I agree.
So what do you think 2020's is showing you this year about yourself?
About myself,
Yeah.
I think it showed me that I really appreciate being by myself. What's that like? Is that solitude?
Solitaire, confinement,
Yeah.
shoot.
Like I
Like
like.
more on some introvert shit or
I'm starting to really become a loner.
okay. And
You know what I
being
mean? I've
comfortable-
always been
and being
somebody.
comfortable with it.
I'm always been somebody. I got the troops. I always got the camaraderie. I'm always around folks.
Right.
And I'm starting to less and less.
You gotta be able. You gotta be
Yeah.
comfortable spending time
Yeah.
by yourself, bro.
I'm starting to
Like,
less and less like need people's company.
You can focus more when you're solo and you ain't making bad decisions, man.
Yeah.
Or even not even. Yeah, you just focus more. You're more focused on what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
And what you're trying to accomplish. Whether you be around somebody else.
Yeah,
You
like I'm
feel me?
starting to really enjoy just being by myself and processing things and like, you know, focusing on progress, man, like growth. I'm just like, right now, like my mindset is just so different. My perspective on how I look at things is
We talked
crazy.
about that too.
And
that
like I really
mindset
think,
and that
and I really
perspective.
think, like I think that would eventually happen for me, but I feel like COVID definitely kind of helped kickstart that process
That's
for
what
me.
you think
You know what I mean? I got a long ways to go, but like how I feel right now, you know, my only focus is to remain focused how I am now. Like
If you could stay this locked in for another 2 or 3 years, whole life could be different.
the whole life could be different.
Like that's important, man.
Family's life could be different.
You
My-
got to make them sacrifices for the fam, man. It's okay to be, like you said, to be around, to be present and all that, but you might need that little period of time where you step away and you ain't present, but you're grinding and you're focused because that's going to allow you to lock in, man.
And what
Like,
they tell you, stay down till you come up.
What?
Absolutely.
And that's the realest shit. Like,
So what do you predict 2021 is going to look like?
Oh, before we get there, what you think 2020's brought?
to you.
Out of me? Clarity,
Yeah.
you know, a better perspective on life. You know, I don't know, you know, some people know a little bit about me, but you know, I had some trials and tribulations before, not to go all mushy, but I think it helped me improve my perspective on things, man. Perspective on life and appreciation, man.
Right.
Like, seeing things from a different perspective has really helped me understand a lot, man, and a lot about myself. But right now, like you said, it's grind season, man. Like, trying to secure the bag. Like, I don't think anybody here wants to be average. I don't think anybody we really know really had a knack to want to be average. We want to be extraordinary. So to be extraordinary, it really takes you to lock the fuck in. And right now, you know, just from our conversations on air and off air, niggas is locked the fuck in.
Yeah.
So it's just about, you know, making that next leap, man, taking them risks and taking them chances, man. That's it.
Spreading your wings.
That's it. Fly.
Spreading your wings.
Fly high.
No doubt.
What about you, Buck?
I think 2020 has made me more comfortable with being a student again.
Oh yeah, that's it. Ooh,
I think
that's
that made me
I
more
like
comfortable
that,
being a
Buck.
student
I ain't
again.
gonna lie.
Like just learning shit. Like even the off-air conversations we have about finances and shit like that, to just, you know, being a homeowner and being willing to look shit up and try to learn to do stuff around the crib.
Facts.
COVID,
Facts.
you know, you're at home a lot.
Ain't gonna
so-
lie, you was busy. This
Yeah,
summer at
hell
the
yeah.
crib.
COVID
You was
definitely
doing
had the
a lot.
family busy around
You
the
was
crib.
doing a lot. nigga,
Absolutely.
every damn
Yeah,
weekend.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know, that type of shit is going to improve the house, but also improve the price of the house. And, you know, like I said, this whole 2020 has basically made me more willing and refocus my understanding on being a student. Like I've been.
I ain't gonna lie, I like that, dog.
Taking a lot of shit from what I ain't gonna lie. Y'all think I be bullshitting in that chat, but I take a lot of shit.
Nah, I like
motherfuckers
that
be
statement
saying.
though. Like,
Yeah.
niggas is a student again. You gotta almost treat it like you don't know shit
Yeah, you kinda
and
do. Like, you
relearn
kinda
a
do.
lot of different
But
things, man.
I think Buck hit the nail on the head. I think that's where we all kind of are.
Facts, facts.
You know what I mean?
About
We-
everything,
we
about
don't-
life in general. You
know
don't
what I
know
mean?
shit.
In
Yeah,
order to
factual.
grow, you got to be a student.
Facts.
Absolutely.
You got
Facts.
you got to go seek knowledge and be willing to take the knowledge and apply it.
But that mindset ain't just for a season.
No,
That mindset is a lifetime mindset.
Lifestyle. It's
Like
a
you have to
lifestyle.
always look at it as if you don't know shit and always strive to learn something new, whether it's about something else, but most importantly, whether it's about yourself.
No,
You got to really learn who the fuck you are. And like,
yeah.
don't, you know, a lot of people throw that statement out there, I know who I am, but do you really?
Right.
Because I read this little statement. They say people change every 18 months. So it's like, if you really know who you are, have you really been aware of the things that changed about you? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, have you really been conscious of that? Bro, we could get real deep with this, Joan, man. Like, I don't know if they ready for this, bro. But, you know, me and my couple of niggas I talk to, we talk some deep-ass conversations.
Right.
But this might have to be for another episode.
I mean, we
'cause
can
shit
always
get
save it for another
deep,
episode,
bro.
but you know, I definitely wanted to just see where it's coming towards the end of the year. I wanted to see where niggas' minds was at.
All right, so
where
back to my
mindsets was
question.
Go ahead.
Chef, I'm going to ask you first. What does 2021 look like for you? You know what I mean? How do you think, what's your perspective and your goals for that?
2021 looks very promising for me. I mean, I got a lot of goals, and what I mean by that is, and this is why I said my mindset has changed, because in past years, you know, I just have a bunch of goals. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that, but I don't have them broken down into time frames and goals within inside goals.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, the way I look at things are like I have long-term goals for 2021, but I'm focused on the short-term goals. So I'm staying focused on those things. Like, so my next checkpoint, I put a checkpoint in the place in my mind, like,
Right.
and actually wrote this down. So like my first checkpoint is April, which would bring us into basically the second quarter of the year. So
Facts.
you know what I mean? I have several things in the first quarter. Like I like to, you know, not like to. I feel like I'm going to achieve, and I've already begun to build those blocks. You know what I mean? The only one that's a little murky, like I don't want to go specifically into my goals, but what I'm saying is I'm beginning to outline my goals into smaller, achievable goals. But by achieving the small goals, they lead up to the
big goals.
picture.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Because
That's what it's about.
my whole life, I always been like, I want to get money, right?
How though?
It ain't just about money. I'm just giving an example. I want to
Yeah.
get money. I want to be a millionaire.
Yeah.
But I always do dumb shit that I think I'm gonna take a risk and overnight hit a big pot
Facts.
instead of focusing on the small gains that I can actually achieve every day.
The little wins. The little wins.
It's the little wins are what add up to the big wins. You know what I mean? I always overlook the little shit.
Yeah, niggas is dropping some gems.
Like
tonight,
I told my homies, I said, focus on finding you a side hustle or something that you can make $100 a day.
That's it.
Or a couple. You know how many side hustles you can look up? I call them side hustles.
Facts.
Where you can make $50 or $100 a day, and literally in half hour worth of time.
So for everybody that got some goals out there that's trying to achieve, that's trying to level up, that's trying to take advantage of this quarantine, what would you give them? What kind of advice would you drop for them?
So like I told y'all, stop going for the home runs. Singles and doubles are fine. You know what I'm saying? Stack your paper, invest your paper, and figure out ways to make extra income on the side of what you're doing. But income that's more passive, that it doesn't take a lot of your time.
Yeah.
Where you can get a consistent flow going. Like I said, another pot. That's all wealth building is multiple pots that are kind of passive income that are running at the same time. That don't mean they're all
I think that comes with a little bit of wisdom too, though. Because like you said, as we was young boys, niggas definitely is swinging for the fences. You want to hit that home run and just cash out and be like, I'm good. I made it.
But it was discouraging when you didn't make it, so that's why.
But you ain't. That's because you ain't appreciate the little wins. The older you get, and the more stable you become, and the more you, like you said, the more wisdom you gain, you have to realize like leveling up ain't about them home runs, man. It's about those little blocks you putting together at the bottom and build that
single.
It's
about that double, that clutch double, like. You know what I mean? Hit your batter, your runner in.
What you think your 2021 gonna look like? Old school? That's old school, by the way, y'all. If y'all don't know that, that's old school. Schoolie Buck, tool tuck. You know what I mean?
Real shit. It's funny because I've been doing a lot of shit around the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On our end, my wife's brother been doing some shit on his end that we ain't know about, or just some building and shit. So we've been doing some collab, and we actually about to put a bathroom in downstairs. So we looking all 21. We looking to start doing some construction, getting some cribs. I think that's the wave, man. I think we really
found your wave.
I enjoy it. Like I didn't think I was gonna actually enjoy the whole
renovation,
handyman
shit.
Because my wife's big on watching the videos and shit. I mean, watching HGTV and they be doing the house flips and all that. And then I'm like, I could really do this shit. Especially I'll be sending out pictures in the chat, me changing out the bathroom, me. You know what I mean? So once you start seeing the end results of a lot of that shit, I'm like, yo, I really could do a lot of this shit. Especially when I did electrical.
Right.
I'm like, man, I ain't kill myself on this, fuck it. I could, you know what I mean? I could do this shit. So now, knowing that my brother's doing some shit, knowing that my brother's doing some shit, he knows how to do shit that I'm not really the greatest at. So with us collabing together, I feel like, buy cheap, sell high.
Facts.
You know what I mean?
What about you, Jeez?
Man, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I had this convo with my man the other day. I think 2021 for me is just about putting it all together, man. Like me and him was talking the other day like this, like, how you might have a season where you eating right, but you ain't really working out right. Yes. You might have a season where you on your grind, but you may not be reading. Yeah. You might have a season where you may be reading, but you ain't doing this. I'm trying to figure out a way to put all that shit together, man, and combine it all together into one season, bro. Like, and it's not gonna be easy, because none of this shit is easy, but it's about the consistency, man. Like from the eating right, the reading, the education, the grind, the finances, the self-improvement. It's all about wrapping that shit all together into one.
Facts.
just to be, become that best version of yourself, man.
When someone gets to that, I feel like they find they zen.
Listen,
To
but
circle all
it's
that
not
together,
easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. To get it all
but-
together in one. Because when you hit me with you eating right, but you ain't working out. You know what I mean? I felt. You know what I mean? I felt that. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
You're doing
that shit,
one thing, but not the other. Either
man.
you're working out, but you're not eating right. It's like you never get them both in order.
I started-
But the moment that you do, it's like that's.
I
when
started
you get
thinking
zen.
about that the other day. It's like,
Yeah.
damn, like you go through those seasons, man, where you're only really doing one or two things great at that time. It's like, how do you put it all together to do a bunch of things great in one season? And you imagine how that season would look, bro. Like once that
MVP.
Yeah.
MVP
Exactly.
season.
You doing all the rebounding, the assisting,
Yeah.
you scoring the boards, you blocking the shots, playing the defense. Come on, man.
It's crazy because I've already started that process.
Facts.
I didn't take and say I'm gonna wait till 2021 and it's my resolution. I finished up this last quarter
On that type of shit.
rolling into 2021 on exactly what you said. Complete.
Yeah. That's
Eating
major.
right. You know what I mean?
Your mindset
My mind
is right. Your perspective
clean.
is right. You working out.
I'm on my
You on your-
financials.
Listen.
I'm
talk
on my
to 'em.
family shit.
Talk
Talk
to
to
him.
'em.
You know what I mean? I'm on the balance.
Talk to
You know what I
him.
mean?
Bruce Lee,
Determination, dedication, pain, and sacrifice.
Sound like you got the glow.
You glowing over there,
Sound like you
brother.
got the glow. Bruce.
We all got the glow right now.
Little Bruce Leroy got the glow, man.
But we done. We done. We gonna wrap it up because we
Yeah,
done talking
yeah.
about it.
I hope
Show
y'all. I
enough.
hope y'all took something from this.
We
Like
just
I hope
gonna do
everybody
it.
took something from this, man.
Yeah,
Like
man.
this is major, man.
This is major.
You know
But
what I'm saying?
you fellas know what time it is. Until next time.
Yes,
Dollar
sir.
boys.
Take me out this fucking chat before I stab one of you niggas.